Food can teach us a lot about life. Food can be used as a life lesson at every meal, just like my family uses. Since I have just turned 18, this is how my family has been able to pound life lessons into me and my sisters. Since I am the grandchild of a long line of Southern families on my mom's side, but also the son of a long line of Italian families on my dad's side, food has always been ingrained as a life lesson from as long as I can remember. Today, I would like to share with you my family's tradition of baking cinnamon rolls on Christmas morning, while also sharing with you how this process changed me and taught me different and important life lessons. So food has always been a learning tool much of my life, and my parents try to instill life lessons in any way they can, often using examples of my past or theirs. For example, before I could watch the Thanksgiving parade every year, I had to get up at 7 a.m. and help my mom skin, peel, and wash and cut green beans and potatoes while she worked on the turkey and stuffing. This is helping teach me the value of patience at a very young age. As the Harmonious Household author says, the disciplined nature of baking is the perfect lesson in patience because it teaches kids there is order and sequence to obtain the desired. In today's fast-paced, instant gratification, and technological-based society, teaching kids the importance of self-control and patience is imperative to their development and overall happiness as human beings, which is very true. So, cinnamon rolls, where the cinnamon rolls come in is, this is a tradition that's been used in my family for as long as I can remember. So, while not just waiting and getting upset about not being able to open any gifts on Christmas morning was teaching me patience, there were other lessons that were taking place as well during the process, such as kneading the dough. While rolling out and kneading the dough may be hard for some people, for a 5-year-old kid like myself at the time, it was downright near impossible. However, what I didn't know at the time was that grit and determination in kneading the dough were taking place at a young age. By my mom not helping me, I was able to figure out on my own the best way for me to knead and roll the dough out. Then it would just be a competition with my younger siblings to see who could complete the most cinnamon rolls the fastest, which I am glad to say I won many of those battles. As this quote comes from Betty Crocker's cookbook, which is where my mom got all of her recipes from. To knead, fold the dough towards you. With the heel of your hands, push the dough away from you with a short rocking motion. Move the dough a quarter turn and repeat the motion. When the dough has been kneaded long enough, it will feel springy and be smooth with some blisters on the surface, which was how I was able to tell when my dough had been kneaded long enough. Finally, while the kneading of the dough was able to teach me grit and determination, patience again was being tested at a young age. So my normal Christmas morning would go along of I would wake up at 6 a.m. expecting to open presents, but much to my surprise and shock, I would have to wait to make cinnamon rolls. So while I would make cinnamon rolls, I would still be eyeing those presents, waiting to tear into them. But as we all know, cinnamon rolls aren't instant. You still have to wait for them to cook. So waiting and smelling them while still waiting for my grandparents to show up at my house was again antagonizing to me. But still, I persevered. But I then had to wait to open presents after we all ate our cinnamon rolls until after family pictures, which can take forever to a 5-year-old, until about 9 a.m. on Christmas morning when I was finally able to tear into my presents. However, as the author says, there's something about making something yourself that trumps the instant gratification of just buying a treat. Baking teaches your child that the best things are worth waiting for, which was very true with the cinnamon rolls and the presents. So finally, I have a great family tradition in my family. I plan to continue this tradition on my own or with my own family whenever this is possible, but also with my family as I'm still going through my college life. I believe that this is a good life teacher. While I did not understand the meaning of it, I certainly understand why it was a good teacher of grit and determination and also patience for a young child. Who would ever thought it? Cinnamon rolls can teach a kid something other than just eating a sweet treat.